All right, good afternoon, Cyclones fans. Welcome to Game 1 of the Mid-Am Districts here at Queen City. Just to give you a heads up, we are going to try to bring this game to you. But again, there's going to be two situations that could occur. One, everybody knows that this signal inside this facility is god-awful. So we're going to try to bring it to you. If it goes down, I apologize. We may try to bring it up one more time, but if it goes down after that, then we will probably just call it quits. Also, it was discovered right before the game that USA Hockey is broadcasting these on a paid service basis, which could also result in them shutting us down from live streaming this game. So we'll wait and see, but we'll do what we can. So let's set the stage for you guys here. This is game 1. Cyclones will be back in action tomorrow for game 2, and that will be also at 4 o'clock against the Indiana Elite. After those two games have concluded, teams will be reseeded for the tournament going forward, which basically means on Saturday it is win or go home. So Cyclones sit right now as the 4 seed in the Mid-Am districts. Armstrong is the 5 seed. So Indiana Elite is also the 3 seed. So based on the results of the outcome of those two games, Cyclones could be anywhere between the 2 seed or the 5 seed. So, and then again, reseeded after that. The top seed will get the bye to the semifinals, and then the other teams will compete on Saturday morning. If the Cyclones are able to advance in the first round, they will then play in the semifinals on Saturday night, and then if they are successful there, they will be in the Mid-Am Championship on Sunday and guaranteed a spot at the USA Hockey Nationals in Rockport, Massachusetts next month. So we are set up on one side of the rink, so I apologize about that, but this is about the only place you can get somewhat of a signal. And again, it is possibly that this is a choppy signal, so I apologize about that. But again, we are at the mercy of the Queen City Wi-Fi, which is not the greatest. So Cyclones will be shooting on the far side to start the game. And defending here on the near side, Cyclones in the home whites, Armstrong in the road blues. Cincinnati did play Armstrong at for one game earlier this year. It was a 1-1 tie up in Armstrong. So we are going to, it looks like we'll have some announcements here, or possibly just the national anthem, and then we will pause for just a moment. Okay, national anthem has been played. Teams will get ready to hit the ice here. It looks like it will be number 33, Elena Dunnigan, in goal for the Cyclones for this game. So also another additional information to pass along. Number 14, Maya Young, is serving her 1-game suspension for this one, so she will not be available. So we'll see how Coach Bisgard sets up the defense with Young not available. It looks like it will be as we thought would be. Zoe Worsley will just drop back and play defense. And she will cover Maya's spot. Sparks, Barber, and White starting off for the Cyclones with Bisgard and Worsley, and a quick shot in on goal by Norris there for the Arrows, and we'll have a face-off in the defensive zone here. Sparks and Seifert to take the draw here. And this one is controlled by the Cyclones, and White's able to get it out of the zone. Up to Barber. Barber's racing after it. She will get cut off there, and now a battle for the puck is loose. Out front, and then dove on top of it was the Armstrong goaltender. So 16:42 left here in the first. We're playing 17-minute periods. Cyclones will have an offensive zone draw here, and they'll send out Day, Ebert, Kilgore, along with Hinkebine and Prosser. This one controlled by the Cyclones. Back to Hinkebine. She tries to throw it in, but that one's deflected. Now Day's got it. She brings it in the zone. Loses it, though, and now a battle for it will be passed down. Prosser will gather it now. She will stop and turn, try to hit Kilgore, but able to clear the zone. Now loose puck thrown back in by Armstrong, gathered by the Cyclones. Prosser finds Ebert. Ebert will tip it in and send it deep. This one is picked off by Prosser. She dumps it back in, and they're going to say a penalty, or was it offsides? Let's see what they got. And it is on Armstrong. We've got a cross-check. So 15:58 left here in the first. Cyclones get an early opportunity here on the power play. They'll send out the one line on the power play. That consists of Bisgard, Worsley, Sparks, Lemmerbrock, and Prosser. This one's picked up by Prosser. That shot turned away. And it's loose, and it'll be picked up by Armstrong, and they'll be able to dump it down. Prosser is getting chased down, but she will gather it. And she will try to hit Sparks. They cannot connect. Loose puck is tipped in by Bisgard. Now this one's back out to the neutral zone. Lemmerbrock will try to settle it down. 1:25 left on the Cyclones power play. Prosser has it now. She'll swing around and find Bisgard. Bisgard to Sparks, who dumps it deep, and Cyclones will chase. Loose puck now gathered by Lemmerbrock. She centers and right to Bisgard. That one's turned away. Worsley there. She can't put it in. Puck picked up by Bisgard, flipped over all the way across, and Armstrong will pick it up. Knocked down by Lemmerbrock. She keeps it in the zone. She gets by one, but loses it. And now it's a loose puck. And it will be thrown around. Day trying to come out on the ice. She can't get there. And it will be dumped by Armstrong with 36 seconds left on the power play. Hinkebine trying to get it over to Bisgard. That one's loose. Picked off by Armstrong. Battled for it. Now Barber able to cut it out. She's out there now with Coulter. Day, Bisgard, and Hinkenbein. Racing up the ice is Bisgard. We're down to 15 seconds on the power play. And we are offside with 11 seconds left on the power play, 14:09 left in the period. Here comes Limmerbrock. Here comes Schmitz, Coulter, Prosser, and Worsley. This one is controlled by Armstrong. They'll dump it out. Gathered by Limmerbrock. She throws it over to Prosser. This one shot on goal, turned away. Full strength, Armstrong's full strength. So Cyclones 0 for 1 on the power play here. This one's out to Limmerbrock. She chips it over. That one will be picked right back up by Limmerbrock. She swings it all the way around. No one there except for Armstrong. They try to clear the zone, and now they will. This one's loose. Armstrong out. That one is turned away by Dunnigan. And out of play. So 13:31 left here in the first. Dunnigan able to get just enough to send that one up into the net and out of play. So Day, Kilgore, Ebert will skate out now along with, it looks like Prosser will stay out there, and she'll be joined by Hinkenbein. Day will take the defensive zone draw here, and this one will be controlled by Day. She's able to get it off the boards. She tries to get through the neutral zone, but that's turned over. Prosser will battle, and now Day gets it. She flips it up, trying to get Ebert, but that one's loose. Now Day's got it. She'll drive up the center of the ice with it. She flips it, trying to get it over to Ebert. That one is picked off by Armstrong now, and now it's a loose puck. Day's got it, but loses it. Ebert's got it. She's trying to get it out to Prosser, but that one's turned over. Now she's going to draw a penalty. So it'll be a hooking on Ebert with 12:49 left here in the first. Cyclones will be on the penalty kill for the first time. They send out Bisgard, Worsley, Sparks, and Barber to try to kill this Armstrong penalty. So hooking on Ebert. So again, 17-minute periods, 2-minute penalties here at the districts. This one is loose, now picked up by Worsley, and she's able to dump it deep. Picked up by the goaltender. She will settle it down, and Armstrong will set up their power play. This one is cut off by Sparks. She can't control it, though, but it's knocked in now. Bisgard's able to throw it out of the zone. So 1:28 left on the Ebert minor. Armstrong will get it in the zone here, and that shot is blocked. Battled for. Worsley's able to throw it out to the boards, but picked up now by Miska. And now we've got a dislodged goal with 1:08 left here in the Ebert minor, 11:58 left in the period. Here comes Limmerbrock, here comes Coulter, Prosser, and Hinkenbein to attempt to kill the rest of this penalty. This one is loose and picked up by Armstrong. Thrown shot is wide. Prosser gives chase, but Armstrong there first. Now Prosser is able to gather it and throw it all the way down on goal. 50 seconds left now on the Ebert minor. Pressure by the Cyclones, but here comes Armstrong now. Good job by Coulter. She's causing pressure now. Coulter's going to pick up the puck. She gets a shot off. That one's turned away, but great job by McKay Coulter to make it a little tough here. Now Limmerbrock's going to step up and help. Now there's Coulter again. She throws it down, but picked up by Armstrong. Now that one's picked off by Prosser. Prosser races into the zone. Her shot! Oh, just enough. And now here's Day. Day's got it. 15 seconds left on the minor. Shot in by Hinkeby. Turned away. Cyclones getting shots on goal for this Armstrong power play. But now here comes Armstrong. Racing into the zone. Cyclones full strength. Dunnigan will hold the puck. 10:48 left here in the first. So great PK by the Cyclones. And now we will set up the offense here as Day, Kilgore, Ebert out along with Bisgard and Worsley. Day will control this, flip it back to Worsley, who throws it around the boards. Ebert there. Ebert gets it out of the zone, and now Armstrong will chase it down. Day almost was able to pick that one up. Now a loose puck bouncing around. Picked up by Ebert. Ebert gets the zone cleared. A battle for it on the near boards here. Thrown out now by Armstrong. They'll bring it into the zone. Cut off by Bisgard. Loose puck. That shot just wide. Day will battle Harris. And now Worsley will join the mix. This one is picked up by Barber, but Barber turns it over. Thrown back in by Armstrong. Now Bisgard will track it down. She'll throw it back along the boards. Day will let it go, but no one was there. Armstrong dumps it back in. Just under 10 minutes left here in the first. No score between Armstrong and Cincinnati here in game one of the Mid-Am District. This one's loose. Now right back out to Armstrong, but now battled for, and Day will throw it around the boards. Can Ebert get there? She cannot. Armstrong's able to keep it in the zone. This one bouncing around. Cyclones need to gather it. Centering pass, but that one was thrown up in the air. This one's loose. Worsley is just able to just dump it down. That one will actually be on goal, so that'll work out great. Cyclones can get a change. 9:15 left here in the first. Here comes Armstrong now. White out there along with Sparks. Here comes Limmerbrock. Sparks will dump it around. Limmerbrock's there. Now Limmerbrock will swing around with it. That one's centering pass. Turned away. Loose, picked up by Limmerbrock. She will find Hinkeby at the blue line. Hinkeby's shot is blocked. Now this one is loose, picked up by Sparks. That shot is held on to by Armstrong, goaltender. 8:40 and the clock is running. I forgot to stop the clock. There they go. Now they stop it finally. 8:37 left here in the first. Coulter, Limmerbrock out there now with Schmitz, Prosser, and Hinkeby. This one is picked up by Armstrong. They will clear the zone, and they'll bring it through the neutral zone. Limmerbrock is able to thwart that rush, though. Now it's loose and picked up by Prosser. She tries to get it over to Schmitz. Unable to. Now this one is bounced out. Now it's picked up by Coulter. Coulter flips it up. Can she get it to Schmitz? Schmitz chasing after it. She will center it. That one's cut off. Now thrown around. Picked up by Kilgore. Kilgore trying to throw it in. Now a loose puck is picked up by Armstrong, and they will rush out through the neutral zone. Just under 8 minutes here in the first. That shot is gloved by Dunnigan and held on to. 7:48 left here in the first. So far, so good. It's back and forth action here. Both teams have had a power play. Both teams unsuccessful on that power play. We got Day, Kilgore, and Ebert out there with Bisgard and Worsley. This one is picked up by Day. She will flip it over, try to get it to Ebert on the far boards. This one's loose, though. Now thrown back over. Worsley able to get there. She chips it up to Kilgore. She backhands it out. But right back comes Armstrong out of the zone, though. And this one is picked up, and they will reset the offense. This one brought right up the middle. And this one is turned away by Dunnigan. Ebert battling in the corner. She's joined by Day and Worsley. Loose puck now, picked up by Day. Day will just hold on to it. She gets it over to Kilgore. Kilgore will dump it and go for a change. Chased down, though, by Armstrong. Sparks out now. White out. Barber out. This one's thrown in. Picked up by Armstrong, but turned over and now thrown in, and now Bisgard will gather it, and she will look for an outlet. That one is tipped and picked up by Armstrong. Swung around, this one over onto another Armstrong stick. Loose puck. Now it's picked up by Sparks. 2-on-1 developing, but the official got in the way, so that thwarts that 2-on-1 opportunity. Now this one's loose. Thrown all the way across. Picked up by Armstrong. Just over 6 minutes left here in the first. This one dumped in by Bisgard, but Barber was going for a change. Now Worsley will gather it. She will throw it in, but did not get to the red line, so that will be an icing with 6 minutes exactly left here in the first. No score. Cyclones will send out Coulter. Yeats will make her first appearance. Limmerbrock also out there. And we've got Hinkebine and Prosser on defense. Coulter to take the defensive zone draw here. This one controlled by the Cyclones. Hinkebine tries to chip it up to Coulter, but now that one is picked off. Now a loose puck. It's thrown up along the far boards. Cyclones able to get the zone cleared. And the Arrows will reset their offense. This one chipped in. And chased down by Prosser. Prosser will swing around. She will find Limmerbrock. Limmerbrock gets it to Yates. Yates clears the zone. Dumped right back in, though, by Armstrong. So Cyclones struggling right now to get something going. Prosser trying to throw it over. That one's offsides. 5:17 left here in the first. Here comes Day, Ebert, and Kilgore out now on offense, along with Bisgard and Worsley. Day to take the draw, and this one is loose. Picked up by Armstrong. They'll bring it into the zone. That shot turned away by Dunnigan. Now this puck is still in by Armstrong. Dunnigan able to track that one easily, put it in the glove, and 5:04 left in the first. Cyclones will have a defensive zone face-off here. Day will take the draw. And this one is controlled by the Cyclones. Bisgard has it. Bisgard will swing it out. This one is centered to Ebert. Now loose in the neutral zone, picked up by Day. Day's going to leave it for Worsley. Worsley will throw it over. No one is there, though. Picked up by Armstrong. They will look to find an outlet, and now this one's turned over. Day's got it. Day will throw it up along the boards to Ebert. Ebert can't send it deep. Day's got it now. Day trying to drive through two players. Can't. Ebert shot. Turned away. Day almost able to get there. Loose puck still. She's got it. She finds Ebert. Ebert tries to short side it. Now it's picked up by Armstrong. They will flip it over. Worsley there to pick it off, though. This one thrown back in. Day trying to dump it, but now it's picked up by Armstrong. Armstrong racing up through the neutral zone. Barber trying to get there. Bisgard and Worsley back. Sparks out. White's out now. This one turned. That one's blocked by Worsley. Worsley battle for it. That should have been a takedown. Now this one is picked up by Barber. She's trying to get around the deep. Picked up by Sparks. She sends it deep. Now gathered by Armstrong. Loose puck in the corner. 3:38 left here in the first. Now Worsley's got a 2-on-1 developing against her here is Armstrong. That shot is blocked by Worsley. Good play by number 13, the captain. Now this one is loose. Picked up by Armstrong. Centering pass, redirected. That shot is turned aside by Bisgard. This one is thrown out, and then she'll just ice it with 3:15 left here in the first. So 3:15 left here in the first. Cyclones will send out Schmitz, Coulter, and Limmerbrock, along with Hinkenbein and Prosser. This one is controlled by the Cyclones, but now turned back in by Armstrong. Gathered by Hinkebine. She's able to find Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock centers it. Armstrong there, though. Now Lemmerbrock's going to get the turnover in the neutral zone and dump it deep. This one is sent in, chased down, loose, now picked up by Armstrong. And they will swing it around to the other side, a race for the puck. Schmitz gets there, but she whiffs on the pass. Now a battle in the corner. And it will be Cyclones coming out with it. Hinkebine tries to get it over to Prosser. Prosser's shot. That one's turned away. Trying to flip it in is Coulter, and she was unable to. Had a good look there, but just could not get it over the goaltender's pads, and 2:30 left here in the first. Cyclones will do a full change here as actually they'll leave the defense in. They'll just change the forward. So Day, Kilgore, and Ebert in now. This one is controlled by Armstrong. They'll swing it around to the far boards and out of the zone. Prosser will find Hinkebine. Hinkebine to Ebert, but Ebert couldn't control it. And now a bad pass is going to lead to a breakout to the other side here now, but Prosser able to pick that one off. Prosser gets it over to Kilgore. Kilgore's got it. She'll race through the neutral zone. Just over 2 minutes left here in the first. She is taken out. That's a trip. They got that one. Cyclones are going back on the power play. Day's got it. She's waiting for the sixth skater. She's trying. She's just holding on to the puck, waiting for somebody to move. She gets it to Worsley, and it is finally touched up by Armstrong. So 1:43 left here in the first. Cyclones get their second power play opportunity. This one on a trip. So tripping call on Armstrong. Cyclones will send out the first line. It's actually going to be Barber, Lemmerbrock, Sparks, Bisgard, and Prosser. So a little bit of a different look here. This one is controlled by Armstrong. They can't clear it, though. This one's kept in, and now they finally clear it. Picked up by Prosser. Prosser finds Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock trying to center it. She can't get it to Sparks. Dumped back in. Now Lemmerbrock's going to have to chase after it and gather the puck. She has one on her, but that one's picked off her stick. Now Sparks is able to race down and get it. 1:30 left on the Cyclones power play. Bisgard tries to get it over to Barber. Barber trying to pass it. That one's taken away off of her stick. Lemmerbrock keeps it in, though. Finds Barber. Cyclones will set it up. Prosser chips it over to herself. Gathers it, now gets it to Bisgard. This one out to Prosser. Not a lot of movement on the Cyclones power play. Got to get people moving into the open areas down there, and this one's loose. Picked up by Bisgard. She will try to flip it out to Lemmerbrock. Now battled for it along the near far boards. Picked up by Sparks. Centered it over to Prosser. Prosser couldn't gather it, though. So now just 25 seconds left in the period. We've got another penalty on the Armstrong. So Cyclones about to go 5-on-3 here. But no one has touched the puck. Now Armstrong finally touches it. So 9.9 seconds left in the period. 20 seconds left on the original penalty on Armstrong, but they are going back into the box. So it will be a brief 5-on-3 for about 20 seconds for the Cyclones. They will send out. So this face-off should be down in the Armstrong zone. Okay, there we go. So Cyclones will have Day out there along with Kilgore, Coulter, Worsley, and Hinkebine. They'll probably just kill out the rest of this period, and then the Cyclones will get their best group out there for this shot. Hinkebine, no, that one is directed wide, and that will do it. So Period ends. No score here. 17 seconds left on the original penalty. 1:50 left on the second penalty. So we've played one, and we'll be right back in just a moment. All right, so we've made it through one period, no score. We still apparently have some sort of signal, and we have not been asked to quit live streaming. So we're going to just keep going until one or the other occurs. But quick summary of the first period, no score. Cyclones on a power play, actually a 5-on-3 for 17 seconds to start the period. And then it will be, so 17 seconds left on the initial Armstrong penalty. 1:50 left on the second penalty. So golden opportunity here for the Cyclones to get one here and get through here. Try to get one past Soltis here for Armstrong. This one is controlled by the Cyclones. They've got Hinkebine, they've got Lemmerbrock out there, Prosser, Sparks, and what a save by Soltis. That was set up perfectly. Lemmerbrock was able to get it to Sparks. Sparks had it on the blade, but Soltis was able to just stomp that one out, and Cyclones will have 4 seconds on the 5-on-3. So they will set it up again, and this one is controlled by Armstrong, and that should do it for the 5-on-3. So now it's a power play for about 1:30. Picked up by Bisgard. Bisgard's shot. That one is turned away. Lemmerbrock out to Prosser. Prosser finds Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock will bring it out to the blue line. Right back to Lemmerbrock. That one is blocked. Picked up by Gundrum. Gundrum looking for an outlet. She is met by Sparks. This one is thrown out to Prosser. That one's turned over. Luckily, Lemmerbrock there to thwart that breakout. Now it's dumped in. We're under 1 minute on the Armstrong penalty. Yeats trying to get it. This one's loose. Picked up by Thompson. She tries to outlet it, but found. This one's centered, turned away. Lemmerbrock to Prosser. Prosser drives in. She tries to get it over to Bisgard. That one is turned over. Now it's back to the Cyclones. Prosser's shot. Gobbled up by Soltis. So offsetting penalties are being called. Looks like Gundrum for Armstrong, Sparks for the Cyclones. So a little extracurricular after the whistle. So we got 30 seconds left on the penalty, the Armstrong penalty. So it should still be 5-on-4, as those were offsetting penalties. They do have a penalty up there on the Cyclones, but that was offsetting, so disregard that. So it's 5-on-4 for 30 seconds. Day is out there with Barber, Coulter. Looks like Worsley and Bisgard. Now I think they're having a discussion on where the face-off should be and whether it should be out of the zone or in the zone. And I think they're I don't think that's the discussion. I think they're just wanting them to clear the penalty off the board, but we probably have a newbie in there working the board, and they are not sure how to clear the penalty. So 15:40 left here in the second period. No score. Cyclones on a power play for 30 more seconds. They had one in the first period, was unsuccessful on that one. Trying to get one here. They had a great look at the very start of the period when Lemmerbrock was able to find spark streak into the goal, but Soltis made an incredible save to keep this one scoreless. So the struggle continues here for the scorekeeper as they have not been able to figure out how to clear the score or the penalty. I think now they're just going to say, hey, we're just going to play. Somebody will figure it out. So here we go. Day to take the face off. She controls it. Over to Worsley, who finds Bisgard. Bisgard's shot blocked. Loose puck now picked up by Armstrong. They're unable to clear it. Day's got it. She's able to chip it up. Back out to Bisgard. That shot is gloved and held onto by Soltis. And we'll say there's 18 seconds left on the power play. Could be 12. We have a couple burnt bulbs out on the scoreboard, so hard to determine whether it's an 18 or a 12. It could be a 16. So Day will take this one, and it is controlled by Armstrong, but kept in by Prosser. Centering pass, no one there. Coulter going to leave it back to Worsley. Throws it in deep. Penalty over. Armstrong full strength. Opportunity missed by the Cyclones. They got one coming out of the box here, but Prosser wisely back. And now this one will be picked up by Cyclones trying to dump it, and it'll be gathered by Prosser, who clears the zone. Finds Coulter. Coulter's got Day with her. Coulter dumps it and goes for a change. Prosser's got it now. Prosser looking for help. She tries to center it to Day. This one's loose, picked up by Kilgore. Shot in. Dumped deep. Loose puck. Ebert going after it. Ebert's got it. Centering pass. Finds Kilgore. Tries the short side. It's Soltis there for the stop. 14:22 left in the second. No score. Both teams at full strength. Coulter is out there right now. She's got Schmitz and Lemmerbrock with her, along with Hinkebine and Prosser. This one controlled by the Cyclones. Schmitz gets it back to Prosser, but that one's turned over. Cyclones will have to reset. Touch up, and here comes Armstrong now. But they'll turn it over. Picked up by Prosser. She finds Schmitz. Schmitz is going to race into the zone. She gets around one defender. She centers it. Loose. Oh! That's a goal by Avery Lemmerbrock. Cyclones lead 1-0. So a loose puck out in front of the goal, and Lemmerbrock able to get the stick on it and put it in the back of the goal. Cyclones take the early lead here. 13:57 left here in the second. So good play by Abby Schmitz. She got around the D, was able to center that one. There was a little traffic there, but Lemmerbrock able to get the stick on it and send it in. We got Day, we got Ebert, we got Kilgore out there. They're out there along with Bisgard and Worsley. This puck is sent up out of play. 13:48 left here in the second. All right, this one will be center ice face-off. This one's picked up by Armstrong. Now battled for. Thrown in deep by Armstrong. And now it'll be chased down by Worsley. This one is dumped in by Armstrong. And held on to by Dunnigan. So as Armstrong was right there, ready to pounce on the rebound, but Dunnigan able to hold on to it. 13:30 left here in the second. Sparks is back now. She has served her penalty. She is back on the ice. She's out there with White. She's out there with Worsley, Barber, and Bisgard. This one is controlled by Armstrong. Puck is up along the backboards. Now battled for. Dumped back in by Armstrong. Chased down by Bisgard. She tries to get it to Barber. They're going to wave that one off. That one's actually going to be on goal anyway. As Sparks was racing in, Soltis just holds on to it. 13:09 left. Second period. Cyclones will leave the same five on the ice. Armstrong will get a change, though. This one is loose. And now picked up by Armstrong and thrown out of the zone. Bisgard throws it right back in. Barber giving chase. She can't get there. Now Sparks has it. Sparks' shot turned away by Soltis. Sparks gets it right back. Centering pass all the way through. Picked up by Bisgard. Little pep in the step from the Cyclones right now after that goal. Here they come now. Worsley shot. Redirect by Barber, but sent up and out of play. 12:42 left here in the second. Good shift by the Cyclones there. Put a little pressure on Soltis. They will bring out the scoring line of Schmitz, Coulter, and Lemmerbrock, along with Hinkenbein and Prosser. Coulter to take the offensive zone draw here. Now it is controlled by Armstrong. They will send it up and out of the zone, and Hinkenbein trying to keep it close, but now here comes Armstrong. Puck is thrown into the zone. This one is gathered by, and it is a goal. I don't know what happened there. I saw a lot of traffic in front, but I don't know if Dunnigan just lost control of the puck. I thought she had it, but we are tied again at 1. So 12:24 left here in the second. We have a brand new game once again. Day, Ebert, and Kilgore out there now for the Cyclones, along with Prosser and Hinkenbein. Here comes Armstrong. That one's thrown on goal. This one is loose in the corner. Picked up by Armstrong. Centering pass. Blocked. Now picked up by Ebert. Ebert gets it out of the zone. She tries to get it to Kilgore, too far. Here comes Armstrong, but now picked off by Kilgore. Kilgore's going to throw it in. She shoots it. That one's turned away by Soltis. This one's thrown out. Hinkenbein can't keep it in. She'll find Ebert, though. Now it's loose in the neutral zone. Ebert gets it back. She brings it into the zone. Her shot is blocked. Loose puck gathered by Armstrong and can't dump it out of the zone. Here comes Prosser. Prosser finds Day. Day! Short side! Gives the Cyclones a lead right back. It's 2-1. Good find by Alyssa Prosser. She finds Day, and Day is able to bury it short side over the shoulder of Soltis to give the Cyclones the lead once again. 11:29 left in the second. Back and forth we go here in the second. Sparks, Cook, and Barber out now, it looks like. And along with Worsley and along with Bisgard. Here comes Armstrong. They're trying to control it. Barber tries to center it. That one's turned away. Dumped in now. Barber tries to hit Sparks. This one's down into the Armstrong zone. They will gather it up. Loose puck picked up by Barber. Barber throws it around the boards. Sparks is there. Sparks tries to short side bury it. Turned away. She gets it back. Centering pass. Found by Worsley. Dumped in. Loose puck. Bisgard will dump it in. Now here's Sparks with it. Sparks. She is met up with an Armstrong player, but she gets it back. Centering all the way through. Now Bisgard gets it. Bisgard will dump it in. Good shift by the Cyclones. Cook battles along the near boards. She's joined by Sparks. Picked up by Cook. Cook finds Bisgard. Bisgard shot all the way through. Now all the way out, though. Picked up by Armstrong. They've got someone streaking. Bisgard back on defense, though, and is able to turn that one away. 10:15 left here in the second. Now Bisgard has it. She'll race through the neutral zone with it. She's going to bring it into the Armstrong zone. She is picked up there as the Cyclones were in the midst of a change. Good play by Schmitz to pick this one off. Now battled for Worsley. This one, center over, shot. Good play by Elena Dunnigan as Armstrong had it set up, and she is able to slide over and glove that one and hold on to it with 9:50 left here in the second. Cyclones will get a change out there now. Prosser, Hinkebine out there. Coulter, Yeats, and Lemmerbrock. This one centered, but turned away. Now here comes, it's Hinkebine with it. Hinkebine's shot. Glove loose, and Soltis is able to hold on to it. 9.5 minutes left here in the second. Good play by Gwen Hinkebine as she races down, gets the shot on, almost gets her own rebound, but Soltis is able to put the glove on it. Now here's the face-off. Coulter and Seifert will take it. This one is controlled by Armstrong. They will send that one up and out of play. So 9:26 left here. We'll have another offensive zone face-off. Change here for Armstrong. Actually, they're just going to do a full change, so fresh 5 for Armstrong skating onto the ice. This one is controlled by the Cyclones. Hinkebine tries to get it up. This one's loose. Now she gets it back. She throws it behind the goal. This one's loose. Prosser steps up. She dumps it in. Weibel there for Armstrong, though. She tries to feed her wing. That one is kept in. Actually, now it gets out. Hinkebine's going to gather it. She will throw it out. And it's in the neutral zone. She's got it now. She brings it in. Her shot is turned away by Soltis. Picked up by Miska. Miska dumps it up. Now Armstrong will clear. Prosser dumps it right back. Here comes Armstrong. They will throw it deep into the zone. Day out there now. Day's got it. She throws it along the far boards. No one there for the Cyclones. But now it's cleared by Prosser. And it'll be picked up by Miska for Armstrong. She finds Weibel. Weibel will throw it up, but that one is loose and picked up by Bisgard. Bisgard fires it to Kilgore. Kilgore trying to hit Ebert. Can't. Day's got it, though. Day loses it, though. And now a loose puck. Picked up by the Cyclones. Loose again. Now Armstrong has it. Armstrong centers it. They bring it into the zone. This shot turned away. Now a loose puck. Centering pass picked up by Ebert. She tries to get it to Kilgore. Now it's Day. Day's got it. Day throws it on goal. That one's turned away by Soltis. This one's loose. Picked up by Kilgore. Centering pass. No one home, though. Thrown out. Sparks has it. Sparks in now. She tries to get it over to Ebert. Can't. Loose puck. Bounced around. And a fight for a lot of words. Ebert tries to shoot it in. Can't get much on it. This one back to Sparks. That shot is wide. This one will go all the way down, and the Cyclones will have to chase it. 7:15 left here in the second. Barber skates out now. She's out there with White, with Sparks, with Worsley, and with Bisgard. Now this one's out of the zone and picked up in the neutral zone by Armstrong. They look to send it back in, but now it's picked up by Worsley. Worsley brings it to the neutral zone, into the Armstrong zone. She finds Sparks. Soltis with a good save as that was set up. And Soltis is able to hold on to that one. 6:52 left here in the second. Cyclones with a good look there to go up 2, but Soltis up for the challenge. So they will leave out White, Sparks, Barber, and they're joined by Prosser and Hinkebine. This one is picked up by Schwinn for Armstrong. She will throw it around, but Barber almost picked it off. Now it's Morris who clears it. And it is, Hinkenbein's going to turn it over. Now Armstrong looking to set up the offense. This one out to the point. Shot, blocked, turned out by Prosser. Prosser after it. She gets it to Barber. Barber's able to clear the zone. Chased down now by Armstrong. They will go D to D. And they will get the zone cleared as White will chase it down for the Cyclones. But Armstrong there to throw it deep. No, Morris and Prosser will do battle now in the corner. Along the near boards here now. It's Prosser coming out with it. She's going to hold on to it. She brings it to the neutral zone. She gets by one. She's going to look and shoot. And Soltis gets a glove on it and sends it up. This one's loose, and goal has been dislodged, it looks like. Yes. Dislodged goal, so 5:57 left here in the second. Cyclones will get an offensive zone face-off. They'll bring out Lemmerbrock, Schmitz, and Coulter, along with Worsley and Bisgard. So now this one's loose, picked up by Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock centers, trying to get it to Coulter. Now picked up by Armstrong. They clear the zone. Trying to get around Worsley. Can't do it, though. Loose puck. Worsley will send it out of the zone. Weibel picks it up at the red line. She will go D to D. And now it's thrown in. Armstrong looks to set the offense. This one's picked up, though, by Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock trying to get it around Miska. Can't do it. Now it's thrown deep by Coulter. Cyclones will go for a change. Picked up by Weibel. Here comes Kilgore. Here comes Day, and here comes Ebert. This one all the way down, and this will go for an icing. 5:13 left here in the second. Cyclones ahead 2-1 on goals from Lemmerbrock and Day. Day's out there right now with Ebert and Kilgore. They're out there with Worsley and Bisgard, looking to win this offensive zone faceoff. She gets it to Kilgore. Day tries to center it, but that one's picked off. And now here comes Armstrong. They'll dump it deep. Chase down. They'll get it back, though. Trying to center it. That shot turned aside by Dunnigan. This one picked up by Bisgard. She's trying to hit Ebert. Can't do it. Dumped back in by Armstrong. This one turned away by Worsley. She dumps it out to the boards. Thrown across. Still loose now. Bisgard has it. She's able to clear it to Ebert, and this one will come all the way down, and Cyclones clear the zone. And Armstrong will reset the offense here. Now it's thrown out and all the way down where Worsley's going to have to chase it down. She throws it over to Bisgard. Bisgard finds Day. Day trying to hit Ebert streaking. Can't do it. Now Day's got it. Day's shot. Soltis gloves it and holds on to it. 4:09 left in the second. Cyclones will get some fresh skaters out there as White skates out with Sparks and with Hinkenbein, Prosser, and Barber. Sparks to take the offensive zone draw, and she wins it back to Prosser. That shot right into the midsection of Soltis. Soltis holds on to it. Another face-off here. 4:03 left in the second. 2-1 Cyclones. This one controlled again by the Cyclones. Prosser, shot. Oh, Barber trying to, off the side of the goal from Sparks. She tries to swing around with it. Loose. Oh, it's White on the doorstep, turned away by Saltis. Loose puck. Armstrong trying to clear it. Oh, and Prosser turns it over, and now Armstrong racing the other way. And offsides on Armstrong, so good hustle from Eden Barber to cause that offsides. And 3:39 left here in the second. Cyclones will get fresh skaters out as here comes Worsley and Bisgard along with Schmitz, Lemmerbrock, and Coulter. So good looks there by the Cyclones. They had a couple opportunities. Now this one picked up by Bisgard. She's going to leave it to Lemmerbrock, who leaves it for Coulter. Coulter tries to send it deep, but that one's picked off. Now a loose puck picked up by Bisgard. Bisgard's got to wait. Now she'll dump it, and now the Cyclones can chase. Here comes Brown for Armstrong. She's tied up with Schmitz. This one comes out to Bisgard. Bisgard throws it in. Loose puck. Lemmerbrock will battle. She'll battle with Schwinn. Seifert's going to throw it around to the far boards, picked up by Armstrong. And that is Morris who's going to throw it down for Armstrong, and she will get the icing, and 2:54 left here. Cyclones will have an offensive zone face-off, and they'll bring out Day, Ebert, and Kilgore, along with Prosser and Worsley. This one's controlled by the Cyclones. Prosser trying to feed Ebert. This one's loose. Day battling for it. Prosser steps up, keeps it in the zone. Ebert throws it around the behind the goal. Kilgore's going to give chase, but it is Armstrong getting there, able to kept in by Prosser. Good play, but now it's cleared by Armstrong. 2.5 minutes left here in the second. Dumped in by the Cyclones. Chasing after it is Kilgore. She can't get there, though. Loose puck. Ebert's able to pick it up. That puck bounces up in the air. Soltis will just hold on to it. 2:16 left. Cyclones with another offensive zone face-off. Here comes Barber, White, and Sparks. Defense will remain out there. It looks like Prosser or Hinkebine will stay out there, but Cyclones had this line out last time, and they put some pressure on the goaltender. Loose puck now picked up by Barber. Barber has it. She looks to center. She's trying to hit White. Can't do it. This one's turned away. Picked up by Grafe. Grafe's going to throw it out, but Hinkebine's going to throw it right back in. Now a loose puck. Battled for her. Hinkebine able to find White. White couldn't get it on her blade, though. She tries to center it. Sparks gloves it, tries to get a shot off. That one's turned away. Grafe now will try to clear it out, but Prosser keeps it in. Prosser gets around one. She's going to swing around. She will hold on to it. Nothing there. Centering pass all the way through. Now Sparks steps up. She can't get a stick on it, and it's cleared by Armstrong, but now here comes Armstrong getting it across the red line. They will dump, and Cyclones will have to work to get it out. Hinkebine battling. That one's thrown all the way over. White trying to get there. She does. She finds, is that, it's Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock trying to get by. She cannot, though. Hinkebine dumps it deep, though, and now here come the Cyclones with Coulter, Lemmerbrock, and Cook out there now. This one's thrown out. This one comes all the way out. Bisgard will gather it up for the Cyclones. We're under a minute here in the second. This one's dumped back in, and this one is thrown across. Loose puck. Lemmerbrock will throw it back in. Now this one picked up by Lemmerbrock. She didn't get a lot on that shot, but there's a centering pass trying to hit Coulter. Now back goes Armstrong racing down. We're under 30 seconds here in the period. This one is cut off and thrown all the way out and backhanded, but not all the way out of the zone. This one dumped back in. Bisgard trying to throw it up along the boards. See if she just puts it along the boards. I think she is. She's got Worsley with her there, trying to kill out the rest of the period, and it looks like they're going to be able to, and that will do it. So we have played 2 periods of hockey. Cyclones lead 2-1. Goals in that period from Lemmerbrock and from Day, and we will see what happens. There is going to be an ice cut, so they're going to cut the ice, and then we will be back here for the 3rd period. So an ice cut, and then we will be back.
It'll stay there for right now.
tight.
2/3 through.
Yeah.
It'll be close.
That'd be a good idea, right? Here come the refs.
Well, you know, he's 17, he's a wrestler, so. Yeah.
Back here for period number 3. Ice has been cut. We got a fresh set out there. Cyclones will do their warm-up laps. The officials will get the goals back in place. Cyclones will be shooting on the far end here for this period. 2-1 score. All 3 goals scored in period number 2. Cyclones started it off with a goal from Avery Lemmerbrock. Armstrong was able to tie it back up. And then right after that, Jenna Day gave the Cyclones the lead back, and Dunnigan has been able to maintain that lead since. So we've got 17 more minutes to hold this lead, though. So Cyclones need to come out and play strong for one more period, get this W, and they will achieve step 1 of what they need to achieve this weekend. The goal here is a win today, a win tomorrow, and put yourself into a good position going into the tournament. And then win 2 on Saturday to clinch themselves a spot in nationals. Here we go, start of the third period. We've got Barber, Sparks, and White out there along with Bisgard and Worsley. Here comes Sparks. She's going to race in. That shot is blocked. Now it's picked up by Soltis. She'll hold on to it. 16:47 left here in the third. Cyclones back in action tomorrow at 4 o'clock. They take on Indiana Elite. We will try to bring you that game as that shot by Bisgard is blocked, and she'll have to chase it down. She's able to get there, though. Now it's off her stick, picked up by Armstrong. They look to center it. This one now trying to pick up by Barber. She's able to clear the zone. Worsley has it now. Worsley through traffic, loses it. Barber dumps it deep. Cyclones go for a change. Here comes some fresh skaters. Prosser, Hinkabine out there. Ebert, Day, and Kilgore. Prosser trying to feed up to Ebert. Can't do it. Now she'll just dump it deep. Chased down by the Cyclones. Kilgore trying to get there. She does not. Picked up by Armstrong. So they'll throw it along the far boards. And now a loose puck picked up by Prosser trying to dump it deep. Now she gets it back. Centering pass all the way through. Kilgore tries to center it. That goes behind the goal. Day battling back here. Armstrong comes out with it. Ebert now on it. Cyclones doing a good job of forechecking and keeping that puck down there. This one's loose. Picked up by Kilgore. That shot is blocked. Picked up by Armstrong. They finally are able to clear the zone, and Hinkabine will chase it down. Actually, Dunnigan will settle it down for her. Now Hinkabine trying to throw it up along the near boards. Day's there. Day gets it out of the zone. Doesn't have numbers. She's going to leave it, though, for Schmitz. That shot is wide. Picked up now by Lemmerbrock. Day skating off. Here comes Coulter. Schmitz shot on goal. Salted, that one's loose. Still loose. Now picked up by Armstrong. Schmitz has got it. She leaves it for Prosser. Prosser waits. She finds a lane. That shot loose. Can Coulter get it? Left. Schmitz is Lemmerbrock trying to stuff it. Schmitz can't keep it in the zone. Good pressure by the Cyclones coming out of the locker room here for the third. Now here comes Prosser. She feeds it up to Coulter. Coulter dumps it deep. Chasing after it are the Cyclones. Armstrong gets there first. Thrown out. Worsley can't keep it in, though. Now here comes Armstrong, they try to throw it over. This one's loose, picked up by Bisgard. She's out there along with Worsley. Coulter's out there still. Barber out. Schmitz is skating off. Here comes White. Now here comes Armstrong into the zone. Shot held on to by Dunnigan, and she just dives on top of it to hold on to it. 13:59 left here in the third. It'll be a defensive zone face-off, and Cyclones again with Barber, Sparks, White on offense. Worsley, Bisgard handling the defensive duties. Now it is controlled by the Cyclones. Bisgard throws it up along the near far boards. This one is actually going to be loose, picked up by Morris. Her shot is turned away by Dunnigan. Now Barber looks to clear the zone. She does. Trying to get it to Sparks. She does. Sparks races in. Her shot held on to by Soltis. 13:37 left here in the third. Here comes Day, Ebert, Kilgore now. They'll be joined by Prosser and Hinkenbein. This one is controlled by the Cyclones. Hinkenbein's shot. It's wide. Chased down by Armstrong. Thrown over. Trying to clear the zone. And they will do it, but Hinkenbein's there. And she tries to throw it back in, but now here comes Armstrong. That shot is wide. Oh! Back door was open there. Felix could not get there. And now Cyclones look to clear the zone. Prosser is able to clear it. 13:05 left here in the third. Now here comes Armstrong. They're going to send it deep again. Actually, they will send it too deep. That will go for an icing with 12:56 left to play. So, close call there for the Cyclones as the back door was wide open. Felix just could not get there for Armstrong. And now we got Coulter, Schmitz, and Lemmerbrock out there with Hinkenbein and Prosser. Now this one's thrown in by Hinkenbein. This one is picked up. Knocked down by Lemmerbrock. Now it's loose. Armstrong clears it, though. Prosser gets it. Prosser's going to bring it across the red line and dump it deep. Cyclones touch up. Now they go after it. Schmitz there first. Can't control it, though. Now it's loose along the near boards. Battled for. Still, I don't know if Hinkenbein's laying on it or not, but they are letting them play. And now she is up and dumped in by the Cyclones, but picked up by Armstrong. Gathered by Bisgard. She finds Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock can't send it too deep, though. Now it's picked up by Coulter. She loses it. Now a loose puck is gathered by Bisgard with just under 12 minutes. Dangerous pass up the middle. Able to get the zone cleared. And offside Armstrong. 11:52 left. Third period. Yeats out there right now. She's joined by Sparks and Barber. Worsley and Bisgard. This one is controlled by Armstrong, and now they will throw it back in and try to send it deep here, and they do. Chased down by Bisgard. She will throw it along, but that one's picked off. But now Yeats has it. She tries to clear the zone. Bisgard's able to do it, and battled for in the neutral zone. Picked up by Bisgard. Almost another dangerous pass. Got a one-goal lead. You just need to throw it up the boards. This one is battled for behind the Armstrong goal. There's Barber with it. Her shot turned away by Soltis. This puck is loose, picked up by Armstrong. They'll throw it along the near boards. Worsley waiting there for the Cyclones, but they have to touch up. And now Barber backhands it in, picked up by Armstrong. They will turn it over. Bisgard has it now. She throws it out to Sparks. Sparks finds Kilgore. Kilgore up through the center of the ice, brings it into the Armstrong zone. This one's turned away. Centering pass. Prosser able to get there. Prosser drives in, turns it over. Kilgore has it. She throws it. That one's blocked. Now here comes Armstrong. They will pick it up. Hinkenbein dumps it in, though. This one thrown around the neutral zone. And Armstrong offsides. They'll have to touch up. Now Kilgore's got it. Goes across the red line, dumps it, goes for a change. Just over 10 minutes left here in the third. This one is iced by Armstrong with 10:01 left here, third period. 2-1, Cyclones holding on to the lead. They've got Coulter, we've got Cook, we've got Lemmerbrock out there now. They join Prosser and Hinkenbein. Coulter will take this draw, and she gets it over to Cook. Cook gets it back to Prosser. Prosser's shot blocked. Loose puck. Coulter's going to chase after it. She throws it around, but now it's turned over, and Armstrong's able to clear the zone. Prosser turns it over herself. Now Lemmerbrock there, though. Lemmerbrock dumps it down. Puck loose. Picked up by Armstrong. They try to get across the red line. Lemmerbrock able to poke that one away. Now Prosser picks off the crossing pass. Feeds Cook. Cook can't get there, though. Now Prosser has it. Tries to send it deep. Picked up by Armstrong. And now it's Prosser with it. Prosser's going to turn it over. And that one is shot is wide. So almost a crucial turnover there. Prosser's had an incredibly good game. Now Barber brings it into the zone, and Soltis is able to hang on to that puck with 9 minutes exactly left here in the third. Yes, Prosser's been everywhere out there on the ice. Some good defense. She just had a stick handling gaff there that Armstrong picked it up, but the shot was high and wide, and crisis averted there for the Cyclones. Sparks is out there with Barber and White, Worsley, and Bisgard. This one is going to be chased down by White. She'll throw it back around. Sparks trying to get there. This one's thrown out by Armstrong, but Worsley will step up and dump it deep. Now it's thrown around the other end. Chased down by Armstrong. Oh, they blow a tire, though. Can White get there? White and Sparks. Centering pass turned out by Armstrong. This one's thrown all the way around the boards. Worsley steps up. She'll battle. She's joined by Barber. Sparks there as well. 3 Cyclones trying to get to it. This one is cleared out of the zone. No, now here comes Armstrong. They clear it as Bisgard will throw it up. Trying to hit White. They can't connect. Now Armstrong. This one loose. Yep, they say offsides on the Cyclones. 8:10 left here in the third. Okay, here we go. Day out there with Kilgore and Ebert. Worsley and Bisgard remain out on defense. Worsley will dump that one back out. Deep into the Armstrong zone. Armstrong will swing it around. Loose puck. Bisgard can't keep it in the zone, and Cyclones will have to check up here. Bisgard dumps it deep. Here comes Weibel with it. She's going to lose it. Shot by Kilgore's wide. Day trying to get there. Bisgard has it now. She'll skate to the center line. Her shot, trying to get a redirect, was Kilgore. Now it's Day trying to center, trying to get to Kilgore. And now here comes Armstrong. Clearing the zone. 7.5 minutes left here in the third period. Loose puck along the far boards, picked up by Ebert. Ebert's going to center it, trying to hit Day. They can't, and that will go for an icing. 7:18 left here in the third. Prosser, Hinkenbein skate out on D. Coulter, Schmitz, and Lemmerbrock on the offense. And it is controlled by the Cyclones. Prosser's able to clear it. That'll go for an icing, though. And we'll do it again. 7:10 left here in the third. Score 2-1, favor of the Cyclones. Goals by Lemmerbrock and Day. both in the second period. Coulter will win that one back to Prosser. Prosser's going to hold on to it. She'll try to swing around, get it up to Limmerbrock. But now it's going to be Prosser actually going to have it. She tries to feed it over to Schmitz. Here comes, loose puck, and Dunnigan. Dunnigan will not go after it. Cyclones will instead throw it around the far boards. Now here comes this one. Oh, redirect right over the crossbar. So now Cyclones battling here along the near boards. It's Prosser, it's Coulter, it's Lemmerbrock. This one's thrown along the Hinkenbein. Now it's Prosser. Cyclones need to clear the zone here as they are struggling right now. They finally do. Coulter's able to go after. Can she get there? She does. She sends it deep. Good job by the Cyclones. Clear it. Defense can get the change. Barber out there now. Sparks is out there now. Sparks has it. She's going to bring it into the zone. She gets a shot. That one's sideways, loose. Does it go in? And they're going to say no. It was Soltis was able to put the backhand on it. So they're saying no goal. 5:58 left here in the third. Cyclones were right on the doorstep, but Soltis was able to get her hind end on it and sit on it and keep it out of the back of the goal. But do we have a penalty? We do. I think. Oh, they said they did. So they're offsetting penalties. So we'll stay 5-on-5. Not sure what happened. I guess there must have been some extracurricular that both players got sent to the box for. I'm not sure who the two players are, but we got Sparks out there along with Bisgard and Worsley. Oh, Barber for the Cyclones will be serving the 2 minutes. Day, Kilgore, and Ebert out there now with Worsley and Bisgard. Armstrong will win this one. They'll throw it along the far boards and gathered by Bisgard. Cyclones will have to touch up. Now it's sent in by Bisgard. Loose puck. Day tried to, oh my goodness, that one almost bounced right out and Day was able to get the stick on it, but Soltis grabbed it before it went in. 5:43 left. A goal here by the Cyclones would be huge to get that 2-goal lead with time winding down. They have had a couple looks here. Day's got it now. She's going to do the face-off. And she'll control it. Worsley's got it. That shot is thrown in and gloved and held on to by Soltis. 5:39 left. If you keep the puck down that end here for the final 5.5 minutes, you get a win. So Cyclones just need to control the puck for this final 5.5. They got it here again. Worsley will find Kilgore. Kilgore to Day. Day leaves it back to Worsley. Centering over to Bisgard. She'll dump it deep. Ebert gives chase now. This one up along the far boards. Picked up by Bisgard. Her shot is wide. Worsley will step up. She dumps it in. This one's loose. Chased down by Ebert. Ebert's going to throw it back behind the goal. Can Day get there? No, it's thrown out by Armstrong. Worsley's able to keep it in. Good job by Zoe Worsley. Now here's Kilgore trying to center it. That one's blocked. Ebert centering pass. All the way across. Hit Kilgore on the leg, and it was on the doorstep again. This one's thrown in by the Cyclones. They have had a couple close calls here. Now Armstrong trying to get the zone clear. Cyclones getting fresh skaters out there. Armstrong a little tired. Prosser trying to feed it up to Lemmerbrock. Armstrong trying to clear the zone. They have not been able to. And they finally do, and they'll get an icing to get some fresh skaters out there. 4:22 left in the third. Kilgore had one right on the doorstep. It hit her in the foot. If she just put her stick down, it would have been a goal. She threw it across, though, and then it was sitting on the doorstep. Armstrong was able to clear it before a Cyclone stick could get there. And I think we have do we have a timeout here? I'm not sure if it was Cyclones timeout or an Armstrong timeout, but Cyclones have been putting the pressure on them here in period 3. They lead 2-1. If they can just somehow find the back of the goal one more time, I think they can lock this one up. Don't want to say it's a guarantee, but you would like their chances up 2 goals with just a few minutes left. Again, they have been on the doorstep, but Soltis has been like an acrobat in goal, stopping these pucks. So timeout over. Cyclones will get set up again. Reminder, Cyclones back in action tomorrow at 4 o'clock, taking on Indiana Elite for Game 2 of the Mid-Ams. And then after that, Saturday will be determined based on the results. So here's Coulter. This one's controlled by the Cyclones. Prosser tries to dump it in. That shot wide, loose, scrambled around. Prosser steps up. She throws it back in. That one goes all the way across. Armstrong's going to get it, and they will clear it. Hinkenbein throws it right back in, though, for the Cyclones. Now here comes Armstrong. They will bring it into the zone. That shot wide. Coulter tries to tip it up to Lemmerbrock. She does. Lemmerbrock finds White. White streaking out. White will throw it in. On goal, that one's turned away. Here comes Armstrong. This one's kept in by Prosser, but now Armstrong has it, trying to find a streaking player. Unsuccessfully, though. Hinkenbein's going to chase it. She will throw it around, trying to hit Day. Day can't control it. Loose puck. White can't get there. Now Prosser has it. Wasser up the boards to Day. Day's going to try to get around one. She does. She gets around another. Her shot right into the glove and held on to by Soltis. 3:22 left in the third. That's fine. Keep the puck down that end. Sparks out there now with Barber, Yates. Looks like Worsley and Bisgard on defense. It's controlled by Sparks. Yates leaves it for Bisgard. She'll throw it around the boards. Barber's back out there now, so she has served her 2 minutes. Puck's loose, picked up by Bisgard. Good job, but Cyclones offsides. And we'll have a face-off outside in the neutral zone. 3:08 left here in the third. They will go to center ice for this one. Sparks will take the draw. This one is won back and chased down into the Armstrong zone. Sparks trying to get there. She gets it. Set pass is blocked, though. Loose puck. Can Bisgard keep it in? She can't. A lot of traffic in front. No, they said. This one is thrown out by Armstrong. Bisgard's going to chase it down. No icing. She will chase it down. This one's thrown out. We're down to 2:40 left in the game. This one thrown out. Bisgard will dump it deep. That's all you got to do here at this point going forward. Just throw it deep. Loose puck. Sparks is there. Shows it on the goals. Turned away by Soltis. Now it's thrown all the way down. They're going to wave that one off as Bisgard had a stick on it. This one's thrown along the boards. Picked up by Kilgore. She finds Sparks. Sparks' shot is blocked. Out to the corner. Picked up by Armstrong. Day, Kilgore, Ebert out there right now. Day stops that one. Now here comes Seifert for Armstrong. She'll dump it around. Trying to clear it as Armstrong. They can't. Throwing it back around. We're under 2 minutes. Kilgore there. Just keep the puck down there. Day's going to leave it for Bisgard. She'll throw it over to Ebert. Just send it deep. There you go. That's all you got to do. We're down to 1:35. This one's loose. Picked up by Day. Day's going to hold on to it. She got a high stick. Nothing. Oh, they got it. They did call it. Yes, sir. 1:25 left here in the third. Cyclones are going on the power play. So a high stick drawn by Day will give the Cyclones the player advantage for the rest of this game, barring a Cyclones goal, of course. And it will make it a lot harder for Armstrong to try to pull their goalie to tie this thing up. So we got Sparks, we got Worsley, we got Prosser, Bisgard, Lemmerbrock out there. That's the 5 for the Cyclones. Sparks will take the draw. She wins it back. Prosser has it. That shot all the way through. This one dumped in by Lemmerbrock. You don't have to be too aggressive here. This shot up in the air. Loose. Over. Lemmerbrock's shot. That one's in! That one's going to do it right there. That is your game winner. Avery Lemmerbrock has sealed the deal with 1:05 here in the third. Cyclones ahead 3-1. They gave the goal to the wrong team, but it is 3-1. And a power play goal for Cincinnati as Lemmerbrock gets her second. And they will leave her out on the ice with Sparks and Barber now. Hinkenbein and Prosser. So a huge, huge goal by the Cyclones. And Hinkenbein will dump that one deep. Oh, well, actually they'll say that's an icing. 59.8 seconds left. It is 3-1. Disregard the scoreboard. They put the wrong goal up there. We got it right on our screen, though, so it's 3-1. Cyclones ahead. Trying to get that big win to start the mid-ams here. This one is turned away by Dunnigan. Dumped down by Barber. They're saying no icing as it was deflected. Now the goalie has been pulled by Armstrong. That one's on, and that's a blown empty netter by Katie Sparks as she just turns and backhands it in. Cyclones ahead 4-1, 41.7 seconds left. So, big goals from Lemmerbrock and Sparks here late have sealed the deal here for the Cyclones as they will be able to get a 1-0 start to the districts. Sparks, Lemmerbrock, and Barber out there along with Bisgard and Prosser. And this one is controlled by the Cyclones. Bisgard will dump it, and this one was thrown across. Armstrong centering pass. Turned away. Can Barber get there? No. This one over, and Dunnigan there for the save. As the clock runs down to 23.4 seconds. Dunnigan, even though a 3-goal lead, staying alert and holding on to that puck. Here comes some fresh skaters for the Cyclones. Day, Sparks. Oh, Sparks will stay out there, but Day and Coulter will join her. So you got all 3 centers out there now for the Cyclones. This one is battled for along the back here. Sparks is going to get it. She's going to try to find Day. This one is out. We're just over under 10 seconds. Loose puck. Coulter's going to get it. Cyclones are going to skate it out. And that's going to do it, folks. Cyclones with a big win to start the mid-ams. A 4-1 win over Armstrong. 2 goals from number 22, Avery Lemmerbrock. A goal from Jenna Day and an empty netter added at the end by Katie Sparks. Great play out there by the defense. Great goaltending from Elena Dunnigan. That all leads to a win here. So Cyclones will be back in action, as I said, tomorrow night. Or tomorrow afternoon, I should say. It's a 4 o'clock game as they take on Indiana Elite. Cyclones get the win here against Armstrong. And we will wrap it up here. So I want to thank Kurt Lemmerbrock for manning the camera for me. And we will talk with you all tomorrow. Once again, we will try to bring you the broadcast, barring any issues with the signal, or also if USA Hockey puts the kibosh on our broadcast. But nonetheless, thank